You know the scene. It's late. You're driving, and you see it. The golden arches, shining like a beacon in the night. It's a 24-hour place, familiar, safe, right? But what happens when that friendly spot isn't so friendly after dark? We're about to dive into a story that takes place right there. And listen, this isn't just some ghost story someone made up. This is a real, personal account from about 3 years ago. It's about something so deeply unsettling, it's stuck with them forever. So, our narrator, they were just 17 years old at the time. And like so many of us at that age, they needed a job, trying to scrape together money for college fees. A totally normal, everyday situation, which is what makes what happens next so chilling. For 3 whole months, everything was completely normal. They worked the day shifts, learned the job, proved they were a reliable employee. Actually, they were so good that their boss decided, hey, you're ready for the night shift. A decision that, well, would turn out to be a massive mistake. And this is where it all kicks off. A Saturday night, right at midnight, going all the way until 5 in the morning. Think about those hours, when most of the world is fast asleep, leaving you all alone in this bright little box surrounded by pure darkness. The manager takes off for the night, but first hands over a list of chores. And it's the most boring, mundane stuff you can imagine. Refill the sauces, mop the floor, wipe the tables, stack the coffee cups. It's this absolute total normalcy that makes the chaos to come feel so much worse. At first, you wouldn't even really notice the quiet. The narrator was just busy, head down, working through that checklist. The silence was just part of the job. Nothing weird about it. But then, 2 hours go by. The clock hits 2 a.m., and that's when the first little crack starts to show. It's a little weird, right? I mean, it's a 24-hour McDonald's. Even in the middle of the night, you'd expect someone to show up, but nope, nothing. Just this unnatural stillness. And this is the moment it all changes. It stops being about the quiet or the empty restaurant. It's that feeling, that primal, gut-wrenching feeling that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. All of a sudden, the loneliness isn't peaceful anymore. It's threatening. It's almost a reflex, isn't it? You feel something, so you look. Your eyes just snap towards where the unease is coming from. And when you're in a brightly lit room, the only place to look is out, into the darkness pressing against the glass. And boom, there it is. It's not just darkness. There's a shape in the darkness. The mind instantly tries to explain it away. It's just my imagination, or I'm tired. Who in the world would be standing out there at this hour, just staring? But you can't just brush off a feeling that won't go away. No matter how hard they tried to get back to cleaning tables, to focus on the work, that sensation of being watched just crept right back in. And this time, it was even stronger. It felt intentional. Another quick look at the window and, oh no. The dread just sinks in your stomach. This was not a trick of the light. This was not a tired mind playing games. The shape had moved. It was closer to the window now, closer to them. This is that critical moment, right? That internal battle. Your brain is desperately scrambling for any logical explanation. Am I tired? Am I just paranoid because it's my first night shift? Anything at all to avoid facing the terrifying truth. And then, a voice. It cuts right through the silence. It's not in their head. It's real, and it's coming from outside. Just 3 little words that take a creeping fear and turn it into absolute, heart-pounding terror. It says it again, hammering it home. Any shred of doubt that this was just imagination is gone. There is someone or something out there, and it knows they're in there, and it knows they're all alone. So they take one last look outside. There's no more room for excuses, no more trying to rationalize it. The battle is over. Fear won. What they see is their worst nightmare come to life. Their mind is just trying to process what it's even looking at. This thing, it's not human. They describe it as a demon with eyes as red as blood staring right through them. And then it starts banging on the glass. Over and over and over. And that's it. That's the breaking point. Pure survival instinct just kicks in. There's no thought about finishing the shift or waiting for the manager. The only thought is, get out, right now. They're just running on pure adrenaline. It's almost like they're on autopilot. They hang the closed sign, which is such a weirdly normal thing to do in a moment of sheer terror, scramble to their car, and just run. A desperate escape from whatever that thing was at the window. Shaking, trying to drive, they call their manager. But what do you even say? Hey, there's a demon banging on the window? No one's gonna believe that. So they just fall back on the simplest lie they can think of. I'm feeling really sick, I have to go home. That feeling of finally getting home, locking the door behind you, it's a wave of relief. The immediate danger is gone. But that image, that sound, that's burned into your memory forever. And that night led to a life-altering decision, a promise they made to themselves right then and there. Never again. It didn't matter if they had to find a new job, they would never, ever work another night shift. One night was more than enough for a lifetime. So it leaves you wondering, right? What exactly was it? A demon, like they thought, or some terrifying hallucination brought on by fear and exhaustion? The story gives us no easy answers, and we're just left to ask ourselves, what was really waiting out there in the dark?